Okay, now in this question we're going to be looking at a slightly more difficult question involving the difference of two squares. The question we're going to be looking at is 75x squared minus 48y squared. When you look at this, you should have some suspicion that it's the difference of two squares. We have something with a bit of a square in it, and we're taking away something else with a bit of a square in it. But clearly 75 won't be is not a whole number squared. So we have to think about this a little bit more. In any case, the very first thing that you always do when you're factorizing is you look for a common factor in every expression. And if we look at this question, we should immediately be able to see that we can think of a common factor, a number that goes evenly into 75, that also goes into 48. And that number is 3. Okay, so we've taken out the common factor 3. You've done loads of these at this stage, so it should be very clear that 75, you take out the common factor 3, and that gives us 3 groups, and in each group we've got 25x squared minus 16y squared. And now you should be quite happy, you should be beginning to recognize some numbers that you recognize, 25 and 16, you'll recognize them as squares. So again, we're going to rewrite the inside bit a little bit more. We have the outside bit, 3 times something, and the inside we're going to rewrite it just a little bit differently so that we can see clearly that it's the difference of two squares. So now we have this written out. The 3 is still there, of course, you're never going to lose it. This is an expression. Each line we're writing down, this expression is the same as this expression, is the same as this expression. We write them on 3 separate lines so we don't confuse our expressions with equations. So we have 75x squared minus 48y squared is the same thing as 3 times 25x squared minus 16y squared is the same thing as 3 times 5x squared minus 4y squared. And we've written that out now. We're using our formula, the difference of two squares here. That gives us this 3 times 5x minus 4y times 5x plus 4y. And of course we don't really need these extra brackets here because the 3 is just multiplied directly there. So that's your answer. 3 bracket 5x minus 4y brackets 5x plus 4y completely factorizes this. So to remember that, our steps are, first thing we always do in factorizing is we take out a common factor. That might help us realize this is the difference of two squares. We separated that up so that it's clearly the difference of two squares. Then we apply our formula. That's our answer. You put your answer into the answer box and you should get your score.